90% of vision impairment in Australia is preventable through causes such as macular degeneration, diabetic retinopathy, glaucoma, and cataracts. Despite this, the average Australian spends more on candy than eye care per year, and a large proportion of the adult population neglect to undergo their recommended second yearly eye examinations. I require reading glasses, as well as having had gestational diabetes and a strong family history of glaucoma. And as the mother of 2 young children, I'm aware I need to look after my health for their sake as well as mine. With this in mind, I've made an appointment with my optometrist to get my scheduled eye check done.
Oh, there is ACA, but I don't think I have extension. I think it's just hospital.
Yeah, we'll be taking a photo of the back of the eye, and you basically see all the little blood vessels and things that pick up any sort of diabetes and retinopathy and all sorts of things. So
So this is literally taking a photo of the back.
it is. It takes photo through the pupil of the back of the eye.
Okay, cool.
So what I'm going to get you to do, if I can just get your chin up on that chin rest there, and then pressing your forehead against the top bar for me as well. And then once I line you up, it's going to be a big green cross, so it'll be off to the side just a little bit.
Oh, there is too.
You need to look straight at the centre of the green cross for me. And then I'll get a couple of blinks for me. Let's go one more blink. Now nice and still, trying not to blink. It's going to be a bright flash. Perfect. I'll move it over and we'll do the same on the other side.
The cross is a little bit off centre.
Yeah, that's normal.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so same thing, big green cross will be over the other side now. And a couple of blinks again. And just one more blink. Nice and still. And bright flash. Forehead against the top. And this time, just looking at it. Straight down that road to the hot air balloon. And it should just go in and out of focus. That's normal. Go and left, right. Lucky last, this is the glaucoma screening test. We're just going to check the pressure inside your eye.
Oh, right, is this where you squirt something?
Yeah, it's a puff of air, but it feels like getting squirted by something. So just look at the green flashing light for me.
Oh.
There we go. Same again.
Yep.
Just having the eye a little bit wider. I know it's tricky. And then same on the other side.
It's so awful, you don't start widening your eye just because, and you just, it's like hold still for the punch.
It's going to be the hardest part of the whole test shot.
It is.
Right, same thing. Once you just keep your forehead on the top, looking at the green flashing light. Same again. One more for that eye. No worries, you can sit back from that one.
Oh, that is so awful. Can you tell? It is, look, it's off. And especially having to widen your eye for it. Can you tell already now what's my pressure like?
Yeah, I can tell it's within it looks like a pretty normal range. It's more of an indication of anything, but.
Thank you so very much.
How are you today?
Yeah, I'm good. And I like the chair. This is cool.
Very high fashion. It is very high fashion. So fill me in, Suvi. What's the go?
Yes, well, basically, what I've noticed is I do use reading glasses.
Yeah.
And I have gone to, so I've been wearing my reading glasses and just doing stuff, you know, and then I go to put my reading glasses on to read something.
While you're wearing your reading glasses?
While I wear my reading glasses. And I do have a second pair of glasses at home, and I have actually sometimes gone to put my second pair of glasses.
The old 6 eyes routine. Excellent.
And I have got a baby boy
nice.
who is nearly a year old.
I'm nearly, okay, great,
Yeah.
great.
And I noticed my eyes have just gotten sort of disproportionately worse
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
recently, yeah.
And a couple of things will do that. You'll have the normal passage of time being one of them, which very rude of me, I know, but it happens to everybody, and that'll definitely cause a reduction in the quality of your reading. The other bit would be a lot of women during pregnancy tend to experience some weirdnesses around the eyes in terms of things like dryness gets a lot worse, which can impact your visual quality and make you see nowhere near as clearly.
So interesting.
Also can change your script quite wildly while you're pregnant and a little bit postpartum as well, where it can go up, it can go down, it can go sideways, but it typically does level out about 6 months postpartum as a rule.
Wow, why is that, do you think? Like, is it hormone?
Hormones is probably the biggest one,
Yeah.
and they kind of, there's been a lot of research kind of done on this, and they kind of throw their arms up a little bit, but mostly it's like, they can blame the hormones like they do with everything else with pregnancy, but the other one is going to be hydration and edema. You get general edema through the rest of the body, can affect the eyes as well, and also things like preeclampsia and blood pressure issues can impact the quality of the sight as well. So there's all these little factors that can compound on each other and make things seem quite a bit worse.
I had high blood pressure, I had mild preeclampsia, and I had horrible edema.
Yeah.
All of those
It all
mentioned.
stacks up. On the other note of the time-related change,
Yeah, is it just going to keep getting worse and worse?
and most people tend to stabilise pretty well at about 50, and you'll get little baby changes here and there after that, but the kind of rule when you're in your 40s that it's usually worse every single time you come in.
Yeah.
It hits a nice level of plateau, which is good.
Oh, that is a relief. That is genuine relief. And what's the danger then of not looking after your eyesight, basically?
Oh, look, regular checks are just really important in terms of there's a lot of eye diseases that are silent, for lack of a better term. You would have no clue that you had things like glaucoma without a regular eye check. If there's any family history of issues, then we can address any problems that might pop up. And there often is treatments these days for those kind of things that if we catch it early, diagnose it early, get you in with the appropriate specialist, they can give you really great care and prevent vision loss is the most important thing.
Very important. I've always said I think vision is the most important sense to me anyway. I just couldn't bear not seeing my children's faces anymore, so yeah. Thank you so much for doing this.
That's all right. No worries. Do you want to see what we can see?
Yes.
I've got a bit of an idea of where I think your eyes are at in this already.
Okay, yep.
So I'll swing this around for you.
Yep.
It should feel pretty perfect straight away, I'm hoping.
It is pretty good. I can actually read that. Like
good.
I can see the ERPD.
Is that a good height too?
The height. Yeah, actually, it's not too bad.
Yeah, good.
I just like this chair. I like to take this chair with me.
Okay, if you can lift it, you can take it. It's yours.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, done.
Yeah, look, the HREC or something.
That one's okay there, but I call that the superhuman vision line. Most people can't read that even with a correction on, so yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Okay.
Top row there is what we call 6/6 or 20/20, so it's kind of like your perfect vision line,
Oh,
and you breathe through that.
Okay, yep, to the
Now,
ERPD.
This is your distance prescription here, but if I take this away, and this is still using both eyes, you should see that the clarity is not quite as good, and you'll have that sensation of tension on the eyes as well.
And you might, I know, I feel myself straining because I just can't, and I can't actually read, not really anything at the top. Maybe an O at the end or something.
Yeah, quite. So we'll isolate that top line, and then we pop that strip back in. You'll see how easy it is to see with the correct kind of correction there.
ERPD.
Yeah, cruising through.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It does. It makes you feel so much better when you can actually see something clear. And it does. It makes you feel tense when you can't focus on something properly.
It does, and it's this sensation that you can get tired all the time because your eye muscles are holding on to tension like this. Just trying to see basic things in the distance.
And why do we get worse and worse? Like with what happens to our lens, or
It is the lens bang on. It's basically the lens on the inside of the eye is becoming stiffer with age. It becomes a bit less flexible. The protein structure is changing over time, and the muscles that control that mechanism get a bit weaker as a result. So everyone from pretty much 40 onwards experiences what we call presbyopia, or the aging of the eye. And we get this reduction in vision, particularly at near, over time. But it's more a function that you get worse at changing focus is the easiest way to think about it.
So even if can you do eye muscles to make?
force your lens
Look,
into
if
different
every
shapes.
ophthalmic eye muscles for adults, we would absolutely do it because it's an easy fix. But the problem is more the lens. The muscles can be as strong as you like, but that lens becomes immovable. We're trying to move an immovable object, basically.
Does it become like calcified or something?
Well, no, it calcified much later in life, and you get things like cataracts develop where the proteins are then changing again, and you get this milkiness develop in the lens because the lens is totally rock hard at that point.
And you can do something for them though, cataracts.
Cataracts are a simple little surgery.
Is it?
Ophthalmologist goes and swaps the lens out for you. All looking lovely through this right side. Have a look at my left ear here. All looking really great. Beautiful. We can sit back and see. BCCs and SCCs, which are your basal or squamous cell carcinomas, they're quite common.
Wow.
Especially on the Gold Coast, and especially as generally in Australia, I'd say, because high UV country.
So could I tell if I had a skin cancer growing on my lid?
Can be, you usually notice something, and you've got pretty perfect looking eyelids at the moment. You'll feel a change. It'd be...
Is it on the inside of your
usually
lid?
on the lid margin is typically that. Occasionally you get them underneath the lid, much more rare that one, but mostly on the margin of the eye.
Wow.
Which is why it's so important to wear sunglasses as much as possible outside.
Can you get cancer of the eyeball?
Yeah, definitely. And you can get cancer in the nerve of the eye where you can get sort of more neurological brain cancer type issues, or you can get melanomas.
Have you ever done an eye check on someone and you've picked up a...
Yeah, a couple of times. It's not the most pleasant experience. I mean, it's good to pick up on, but it's not something we ever want to see, that's for sure.
Oh my God, and you actually have to tell them that you've seen something that looks really suspicious, or refer them all?
Yeah, we refer those. Like, I would never make a firm diagnosis because as far as we're concerned, it's just a lump in the eye, and we don't have the training or ability to properly diagose that kind of stuff.
Probably the machinery,
and the
maybe.
equipment. They're usually in ultrasounds and things like that, so it goes beyond what we're able to do here, but that's where ophthalmology steps in and supports us immensely.
But you would know that though, when you see
we
it.
get a decent idea a lot of the time, and certainly things like skin cancer on the eyelid, I have no problems because I think Australians are generally pretty on the ball. You say, look, it could be skin cancer, you need to go and get it checked.
Yeah.
They take you seriously then.
Yes.
If it's just, you got a weird little lump on the eye, you should get it looked at. People don't take that as seriously.
Well, thank you so very much. Yeah, that's so much better too. When you correct the... And so this is my eye.
This is your eyes, yes. This is your retinas, and this is from our OCT scanner, which basically gives us a whole bunch of detail about what's happening with the inside part of the eyes.
Yep.
Critical areas for me. Critical. Things like your optic nerves.
Yep.
They're the connectors into the brain. They're sending through all of the information, and they're the main part that we're assessing for things like glaucoma, where it's higher than normal eye pressure will damage your nerve. These graphs at the bottom are showing you how thick your nerves are relative to a population of people your age. And if we've got symmetrical nerves, which we do, and a black line here which represents you sitting in that green zone for both sides, that means we have a nice, healthy, normal thickness nerve.
Oh, great. Okay, and does that mean it's getting the right signals, or like blood flow, or...
blood flow is important. If we have restricted blood flow in the nerve, then it's going to cause serious problems around vision.
Yeah.
If we have damage to the nerve from things like injury, accident, or glaucoma, then you'll have reduced peripheral vision. Is probably the key thing. So this is basically saying you've had no major incidences with your nerves at any point in your life, from what we can see anyway, and they look like they're working beautifully.
Thank you so very much. I really appreciate this. Yeah. So I've got my old glasses here.
Yes.
And Dr. Lachlan did say that I can still use them for... Look, so he has recommended the multifocal is the ideal.
Yep.
However, they're more expensive, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah, so but he said it's okay in the interim if I do want to push it for another year before I come back for the multifocal.
You're not going on that fancy.
No, yeah. I can see it. I can vaguely see there's a shopping centre.
Just a little bit more.
Yeah. What's the price difference?
Well, so with our multifocals, we basically have different categories we put them into depending on the quality of the lens.
Okay.
Basically, as the price goes up, you get a better one. Funnily enough.
Funnily enough.
I'll show you what I mean by that.
Alright.
It's a little picture so you can understand it. Alright, so basically the way that it works,
Yeah.
so this is with your multifocals, the distance vision is always really good, nice and wide.
Okay.
What happens as your prescription increases to get to your reading area down the bottom,
Yeah.
the way they grind the prescription into the lens is just in the manufacturing process. You get this, they call it soft focus, which
Okay.
essentially, well, it will be peripheral distortion, but it is blurry, particularly that bottom sort of section of your lens. Okay?
Okay. I need soft focus whenever I video.
Yeah, right. So basically what happens as the price goes up, you
Yeah.
basically get a wider and wider field of view and less of the distortion. Because it's just a newer way to do it. These are just older technologies.
Oh, right. Where's, because Dr. Lachlan was talking about the distance is at the top.
Yep.
And then
And then it basically just increases through the prescription to get to your full reading prescription down the bottom. So it'll have some mid-range.
So this middle bit is the prescription.
Yep.
And this side bit is just off cuts or
Yeah.
something they can't.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah. It hasn't got to the point where the whole thing is just clear. It's just that's not a thing yet.
But
So
the more expensive it is, the more of it. Oh,
it means you don't have to move your head as much. It means you can sort of scan your eyes a little bit more.
I see. But, well, what's the price then?
Oh,
Yeah.
so, I was looking for first time, whereas I usually recommend one of the middle two, not the
Okay.
very best, because it gets more and more expensive the higher that you go.
Yeah.
Price wise, basically goes 150, 250, 350, or 450. They're really specialised sort of one.
Okay.
So that's on top of the frame price.
Okay.
And same thing, if we're doing the 2 for 1, it counts, you only pay for one, you get a free in the second pen.
Right. Okay. So. Okay.
Or if you just do 1 pen.
I was worried about thousands and thousands.
Not yet.
Great. Okay.
Some places, yes. Some not.
Okay, great. That's kind of affordable, to be honest.
That's right.
I mean, you know.
It's still more expensive than the others, but yes,
Yeah.
even if we do a quote for you, so say we're going,
And so what if I did then just get the reading glasses and the entry?
if you just do the reading glasses, it's the 2 for 1, so 2 for 199. The only other thing we usually recommend is the anti-reflective coating, which
Yeah.
stops all artificial light reflecting in your lens, and if you're going to end up using them on the screen
Yeah.
as well, it'll come to
So
your screen.
$200.
If you keep them just normal,
Yeah.
the anti-reflective is normally an extra 70 on top per pair. But that's probably the one thing that I say to everyone, you probably should just get. Everything else I'm like, no, it doesn't really matter.
And that's it.
That's it.
Well, that's not too bad at all, actually. That's genuinely not too bad. Basically, if I went for the multifocals, I'm then looking at wearing glasses all the time.
Sure. Not ready for that yet.
I'm not quite ready for that. That's, you nailed it.
It happens.
I mean, it is a lot of money
Definitely.
at the moment to think about, but it is as well that I'm not sure. Yeah, because sometimes I'm out and I don't have my glasses but then I can see well enough. Like, yeah.
Was it clearer when you're in there with you?
Yes. Don't say that.
So,
Don't point out the obvious.
so if we just go single vision with the coating on both, it's
Yeah.
only $339. You go slow.
How about we push it for 1 year then?
Yeah.
And I'll consider the multifocals when I
Of
come
course.
back in a year.
I was saying you
Because it gives me a year to think about it. And I need a year pretty much to dwell on anything, so I'll think about it. Because over the year I'll get used to the idea and then I'll come back and I'll be ready.
Yeah.
Not quite ready today.
That's all right.
I'm genuinely pleased. I'm actually genuinely surprised that this is a sort of affordable for today.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
And what about if I'm back in a year? Is that covered by Medicare though?
We always bulk it here.
Oh right, okay, great, thank you.
Well, in some places they'll charge if been, as far as I know, but
Yeah.
we always bulk bill. We don't charge for testing.
Oh great, okay.
Alrighty, so all I need to do.
Yeah, is get my payment details.
No, not yet.
Oh.
Calm down. I'm just going to take a quick measurement. It just tells me how far apart your eyes are,
Oh,
basically.
because they have to be sent. The lenses have to be made up, and then I have to
Yeah,
pick
we've
them
got
up.
to make it for you.
Yes.
Alright, so we'll do it on these because these are the favourites. So what I'm going to do,
Yeah,
I can just get you
okay,
to
you're
pop them on for me.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to get you looking up towards the camera in the corner for me.
Oh, you can even take a photo.
Yeah. If I can get it to focus. There we go. No problem. You can take them
Oh,
off.
is the photo, do they adjust, or what do they do?
It's more checking making sure the description's going to be right where you're looking through.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because within the lens will be an optical centre, and that's where you want to look through every time. So
Okay.
same where to position.
Could I put that on my passport?
Yeah, definitely.
That's a good one.
Yeah, perfectly symmetrical. That's nice.
That's actually a good photo. You mean like as a photographer?
No, definitely not.
Oh look, this is great though. Like I'm so pleased it is kind of affordable, and you must get a lot of people coming to visit. But
Yeah, affordable like it.
beautiful.
So yeah, say always a couple of weeks-ish with classes, but I'll just send you a text as soon as I've got them, and then you can follow a link on the text just to book a collection appointment. That way we'll check the vision and make sure that they're here.
Awesome.
Any questions?
No, thank you just so much for your time
No worries at all.
and for your help. I actually found the service excellent.
Oh, good.
I really did. I feel really good about this. Thank you so much.
It's been my pleasure.
I'll see you again.
I look forward to it.
I'll come back.
Thanks, Evie.
You guys.
Thank you so very much. See ya. So that was a really good experience actually coming to Specsavers. I mean, they were more affordable than I expected. I'm not quite ready for the multifocal, so I'm going to put that off for another year. But I am going to get my hearing tested in a year. So Dr. Lachlan has put me on once a year eye checks now, just to keep on top of any possible developments of glaucoma, because I do have a high family history of it. But look, I felt really looked after in there. Sean was fantastic, just shepherding me through the whole process. I felt almost like having a personal assistant. Like, you know, he'd show me the frames, help me pick a style that suited me, then did the pre-eye tests and then helped me afterwards. And so I did. I felt really cared for in there, and yeah, really pleased. So I'll be back to get my new lenses and my new reading glasses.